They say some destinies are not born in silence. They ignite. When Thomas Edison came into the world in a small Ohio house, a fire broke out nearby the same night, and locals whispered that the newborn carried sparks in his soul. No one imagined that this boy, half-deaf, restless, stubborn, would one day drag humanity out of the dark and force the world to shine. Before him, night was a curtain of fear. After him, it became an opportunity. Light, industry, invention, all awakened because he refused to let darkness win. His mother, Nancy, saw genius where others saw trouble. His teachers called him slow, distracted, incapable. They were wrong. Thomas couldn't hear well, but he listened deeper than anyone. To vibrations, to machines, to ideas forming like storms inside his mind. While other boys played in fields, he tore apart gadgets to learn their secrets. He was not taught, he experimented. He devoured books from his mother's library. Philosophy, mechanics, chemistry, nothing was beyond his hunger. But the world around him was rural, slow, and unimpressed by ambition. A genius was growing in a place too small to contain him. He built his first chemistry lab in the basement. It exploded, several times. His parents alternated between pride and terror, but the boy was unstoppable. He wasn't chasing knowledge, he was chasing possibility. At 12, he sold newspapers on trains. At 14, he set up a miniature printing press in the baggage car, becoming the youngest publisher in America. He took every opportunity and turned it into invention, commerce, and self-education. Success didn't find him, he chased it. But ambition has a price. One day his chemicals spilled and caused a fire on the train. The conductor beat him and threw him onto the tracks. The shock damaged his hearing permanently. Most would break. Edison adapted. He became a telegraph operator, a job perfect for restless minds. Nights filled with clicking messages became his university. He invented devices to speed up communication, to automate it, to perfect it. Every shift was a classroom, every malfunction a lesson. Then he began experimenting relentlessly. Patents came one after another, vote recorders, telegraph improvements, new mechanisms. But society still saw him as just a tinkerer. They did not yet understand that this young man was building the foundation of the modern world. He moved to Boston, the Athens of America. There he dazzled telegraph companies with machines faster than anything they had seen. But Boston was too refined, too slow, too intellectual for a man like Edison. His ideas needed chaos, opportunity, capital. They needed New York. New York nearly broke him. He arrived penniless, sleeping in basements, surviving on determination alone. But when he fixed a broken stock ticker in a brokerage office, everything changed. The machine roared back to life. So did his future. The stock ticker he improved became a sensation. For the first time, he tasted real money, and with it, real freedom. He opened his first true laboratory and worked like a man possessed. Day bled into night, night into creation. He wasn't just inventing devices, he was inventing his destiny. By his mid-20s, he was a rising star of American industry. But Edison never wanted a small legacy. He wanted an empire of innovation. And so, he built one. Menlo Park, the world's first true invention factory. A place where ideas were forged like steel. His team worked under a simple rule. There is a way to do it better. Find it. Dozens of patents rolled out every year. Devices that changed business, communication, daily life. America had inventors, but Edison was something more. A force. But the world remembers one creation above all, the incandescent light bulb. Not because he invented it first, but because he made it work. Safe, reliable, affordable, for the masses. Edison didn't just create light, he democratized it. Light needed power. Power needed distribution. And so Edison designed not just a bulb, but a whole universe around it. Generators, switches, cables, meters, entire electrical grids. He built a system that transformed cities into constellations. In 1882, he switched on the Pearl Street station in New York, America's first commercial power plant. The city glowed for the first time. Gas lamps dimmed before the new age. Edison had done it. He ended the reign of darkness. But Edison wasn't finished. He captured sound forever. The phonograph astonished the world, a metal cylinder that echoed voices of the living. Some called it witchcraft, others called it a miracle. Edison simply called it progress. Then came motion, images that moved, life playing on a screen, the kinetoscope, his gateway into the birth of cinema. He didn't just record moments, he captured time. Fame grew, wealth followed, but greatness always summons rivals. As his empire expanded, another genius rose, Tesla. Unlike Tesla's lightning, Edison burned like fire, hot, relentless, consuming everything in its path. Their collision was inevitable. The war of currents erupted, AC versus DC, vision versus vision. Edison fought with demonstrations, pamphlets, public fear, not out of malice, but out of conviction. He believed humanity must be kept safe, even if the world thought him stubborn. To him, it wasn't war, it was duty. But progress is never gentle. Edison pushed his factories to the limit, and sometimes the limits pushed back. Fires broke out, labs burned to ash, years of work vanished in minutes. Menlo Park, his kingdom of invention, stood on the edge of ruin. Most men would grieve. Edison rebuilt. He built a new empire, West Orange, bigger, better, a fortress of innovation. Dozens of buildings, hundreds of assistants, a machinery orchestra humming day and night. Here, Edison refined his machines, expanded industries, and shaped America's industrial rise. He created everything: better batteries, improved telephones, electrical meters, mining machines. He wasn't chasing brilliance, he chased usefulness. In his world, an idea meant nothing unless it served people. Innovation to him was a craft. But even the great fall. His mining ventures collapsed, factories failed, investors wavered. He lost millions, a lifetime of earnings swallowed by iron and dust. The newspapers mocked him, the public doubted him. But Edison didn't mourn, he recalibrated. As the century turned, Edison faced a new challenge. America was changing faster than ever. Electric companies merged and grew, and Edison's own empire began slipping from his hands. He fought hostile takeovers, reorganizations, corporate giants. The inventor who lit the world was being overshadowed by the very industry he created. But destiny handed him one final ally: Henry Ford. Ford, once Edison's young employee, now a rising titan, admired him with almost childlike devotion. Their friendship lit a new spark in Edison's life. Together, they dreamed of reshaping American industry once again. Ford often said Edison gave him courage. Edison, in turn, admired Ford's relentless pursuit of efficiency. They spent nights talking about machines, energy, the future. Not rivals, not titans, just two boys at heart, dreaming of a better world. Together they built the Edison-Ford Winter Estates, a sanctuary of palms, laboratories, white houses kissed by Florida sun. Here Edison experimented with rubber plants, trying to free America from dependence on foreign supplies. Even in old age, he was solving problems for a nation. But time is a patient thief. Edison's hearing worsened. His hands shook. A man who once commanded laboratories with fire now walked slowly through gardens of memory. But his mind, still burning, still restless, refused to dim. He returned to his laboratories one last time, not to invent, but to remember. He walked through rows of machines he had built, devices he had birthed, ideas that had altered humanity. He saw his life not as a career, but as a constellation. Each invention a star illuminating the world. As Edison aged, America changed beyond recognition. Cars filled the streets, radios carried voices across continents, factories roared with electric life. He watched it all with quiet pride. The world he once struggled to convince now beat in rhythm with his inventions. History was catching up to him. He had enemies, rivals, doubters, but none could deny him now. Businessmen built fortunes on grids he designed. Cities pulsed with systems he perfected. Every glowing lamp was a silent monument. Edison had not just influenced America, he had engineered it. But even titans must rest. In his final years, Edison spent more time with his family, walking gardens, tinkering quietly in his workshop. No crowds, no speeches, just a man who loved creation for its own sake, even when the world already owed him everything. In 1931, as summer faded into autumn, his health began to fail. He grew thinner, quieter, slower, but his spirit remained a spark. "Don't stop," he whispered to his assistants. "Keep trying." His final words were instructions. Even at the edge of eternity, he was still inventing. On October 18, 1931, Thomas Alva Edison passed away. The nation fell silent. Factories dimmed their lights. Radio stations paused their broadcasts. For one full minute, America honored the man who had given it voice, light, and power. The darkness he fought his whole life returned to mourn him. But his death was not an ending, it was ignition. Newspapers called him the Wizard. Children studied him. Inventors worshipped him. Edison became not just a name, but a myth, a symbol of possibility, of persistence, of the American dream made manifest. His labs became museums. His machines became relics. His notebooks became sacred texts for engineers. And the world realized something profound. Edison had not merely shaped technology, he had shaped imagination. Every industry he touched flourished. Electricity, sound recording, cinema, telecommunications, manufacturing. Edison's fingerprints lay across the entire 20th century, like an architect whose blueprint became the world. In time, stories grew, that he worked 20 hours a day, that he slept in his lab, that he failed 10,000 times on the road to one triumph. Some myths were exaggerations, some were true. But all carried the same message. Edison never quit. He inspired generations, scientists seeking breakthroughs, entrepreneurs chasing dreams, children tinkering in garages hoping to build something new. Edison had lit more than streets. He lit minds. And long after his body returned to dust, his spark continued to guide humanity. Some said he stole ideas. Some said he fought too fiercely. Some said he was ruthless, relentless, unyielding. But history does not remember men for their flaws. It remembers them for their impact. And Edison's impact electrified the world. He was not perfect. He was powerful. What is a genius? A prophet? A builder? Edison was all three, but above all, he was a man who believed that darkness was an enemy worth defeating. And he fought it not with swords, but with ideas, with circuits, with light. His story is not about rivalry with Tesla, nor corporations, nor fame. It is about the raw, human desire to build something that outlives you, to turn nights into safety, silence into music, shadows into motion. Edison did not simply invent, he redefined existence. The world he left behind runs on his principles. His grids power continents. His sound machines evolved into music industries. His motion devices birthed cinema. He reached into the unknown and pulled the future into the present, piece by glowing piece. He died a mortal man, but rose as a symbol. Not of perfection, not of purity, but of the relentless flame that drives humanity forward. The same spark seen in a newborn's eyes the night a fire lit the sky. The spark he carried all his life, and in every lamp that flickers on at dusk, in every voice preserved in sound, in every frame of every film ever made, Thomas Edison still burns. Not in smoke, not in shadow, but in light.